Well, hello there, guys. Welcome back to our Strategic Command World at War campaign. Now, I want everybody to keep in mind that we're not taking this campaign nearly as seriously as we do others. We're pretty much going for the ultimate alternate history route, and that's why in the first episode, we actually took Poland, probably pissing Stalin off quite a bit. I'm not sure how we're necessarily going to deal with that, but the next thing I want to do is go ahead and declare war on Denmark, Norway, Finland, Sweden, just the whole trifecta or quadrifecta? I don't know. That being said, guys, we want to go ahead, first of all, get our generals on the front here as close as possible, because I think Norway is going to be, actually Denmark is going to be the main attack here. As for our French front, I am concerned about it, but I think we need to divert all of our forces away from here and towards that particular front for the future. Another thing I've done, under your suggestions, my friends, I have gone ahead and started purchasing Japanese garrison divisions to go ahead and take over these cities. So we are trying to move the Japanese army as quickly as possible, essentially to the Chinese front. We've got a lot of different units, the 2nd Kwentung Army, among others, moving in here. So I want to make sure we get in there and pretty much just take over from the Chinese as quickly as we can. Now, we've got some partisan units behind us, and I want to get rid of them. I'm actually going to bring in our carrier to see if he can do any damage. I don't think so. But sometimes you get that lucky hit every now and again against a partisan unit or an enemy garrison unit, for instance. So we'll keep attacking, and now we are going to send the 37th Army to attack. Now, I don't want them taking our rail yards here, but let's face it, they've already got our rail yards back here going to Tsingtao. So we've got to go back to Tsinan, maybe even do a little retreat here. I know that's not too popular in the Japanese army, and essentially retake this area. The enemy is probably going to be pushing forward, so I want to go ahead and get our guys ready on the line. And of course, along with regular garrison units, I am also trying to purchase more Japanese infantry, which should help us as we move forward. Really, right now, I'm just trying to pick off the weak as much as I can. The enemy's got a lot of very weak units here that we want to try and take advantage of, if at all possible. Beautiful attack there. I'm also going to be holding Wuhan. This is, of course, the capital of quite a large province. And I think if we could just hold Wuhan for quite a while here, maybe, just maybe, we can push quickly into Chongqing, which is the capital, the current capital of China. The thing about the Chinese that's actually quite similar to the Soviets is they have the ability to actually go ahead and pull back all the way over here to Chengdu province and pretty much reinforce there, even all the way to Lanzhou if they want to reinforce. So even if we take that capital, I don't think for a second that the war will yet be over. Got to be very, very careful here. Let's go for the kill here with the bomber. The 25th Naval Flotilla with the zeros going in. Beautiful job, boys. Absolutely bomb the enemy into oblivion. That's what we're looking for. And it looks like we've also got a nice little AV here to be dropped off. And we could actually bring him over here to the south. We probably need him a bit more. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to bring this AV a bit farther south. And this, of course, an armored vehicle, an amphibious vehicle. So, you know, pretty much can move in the water, transport our troops where they need to go. I actually want to go ahead and reinforce these guys, but I don't think we can. Also trapped here at Nanking. It's another reason I really want to get that, that actual AV unit over there to try and save some of our men. In the meantime, though, we'll get around Hong Kong. I don't believe that we are currently at war with the UK, with the Japanese. Even though we are part of the Axis, I'm pretty sure that we're still, you know, at peace with the UK. I could be wrong on that one. But with the Germans, I believe we are officially at war. Eventually, we want to start moving these carriers, etc., over to, you know where, to good old Pearl Harbor and attack the United States. But that's not for quite a while here. Unless we decide to, of course, do things a bit early. And take out the U.S. as soon as possible. Again, this is an alternate history campaign, so it's certainly something we could think about. Let's put it that way. Also got this Special Forces Squad. Move them into Nanking. Wait a minute, is that Nanking or is that Nanking? I think this is Nanking right here. That's Nanning. Also hoping that the Soviets won't automatically declare war on us this turn for not being in those cities. I hope we get at least a turn to kind of set up. And I'm also going to go over here and purchase some more units, if I'm able to. Also for our Japanese units. So let's go to the Japanese. They definitely need some more armies. We'll call this one the 18th Thailand. And yes, there were absolutely Thai soldiers that fought alongside the Japanese. You know, the thing that many people don't know about the Japanese is the fact that their initial, well, what they claimed to want to be doing was to essentially create a sort of Asian superstate, including a bunch of different countries, India, Thailand, a tremendous amount of different countries. But I think people caught on pretty quickly that wasn't necessarily what they were going for. I'm also going to be going and getting some mechanized units here for our Germans, folks. Let's see if we can maybe get a few armies. I think we're going to have to wait, though. And I just want to take a look and see how our Italian friends are doing here. And I'm not necessarily sure what we should be doing with these Italians. If we should be moving them to the French border. That's probably a safe bet, isn't it, boys and girls? Although, we could also think about potentially going to war here with Yugoslavia. That would be quite interesting. With just Italy, I don't think that's going to work. We're going to need some German assistance for sure. But let's see just how many of Forza Militare Italia are going to join us here. Got some mechanized units we can purchase, some more armies. I don't think we want to go for tanks. I think we want to go for some special forces. So we're actually going to purchase some Italian special forces. No jokes. No jokes. And we've also got Italian East Africa to worry about, although I don't think we are in conflict there at all right now. And certainly not in conflict here in North Africa yet. Doesn't look like that's happened. And I'm pretty sure we want to go ahead and end this turn right now. Next turn will hopefully be the invasion of Denmark. Now, another thing is we have the Baltic states over here, and I'm thinking probably not a bad idea to go ahead and get close to them and maybe even try and bring them into the fold. The Baltic states are no fans of the Soviets whatsoever, so it might be easier to actually get them to join our cause. We're actually looking through here to see who is going to side with us. It looks like Bulgaria is getting very close. I want Finland to get a bit closer, and I also want Romania to get a bit closer, but I believe they might be. Let's go down here. So we could actually try and bring Yugoslavia to our side, but no, I don't think we have the investment opportunity. We're just going to have to wait a bit. So Romania is at 60%, not bad. We won't declare war yet on Denmark, but we'll decide whether we want to or not as we proceed here. Let's end the turn, and let's see what these allies are going to do here. All right, so there's more partisan activity in Manchuria. No surprise there. That's in Manchukuo, excuse me, the Japanese puppet state. Doesn't look like the folks there are very happy with the Japanese army and us being around. Okay, guys, let's see. Also, my biggest fear is that those garrisons will not arrive in time to stop the Soviets from attacking. But let's hope that we can put an end to that as quickly as possible. Yeah, they unfortunately got our submarine there. They'd been chasing it for quite a while, and I think the destroyers are going to finally get it. Wow, he dove from attack, so we're still harassing these areas here, and the Canadians have actually attacked us in open water. Shame on them. But it looks like our cruiser did a valiant fight. We absolutely want to engage them and wipe them out, show them that we're not to be trifled with, and of course continue raiding these merchant convoy areas so that any supplies going to the Allies are going to be subject to our random searches and potentially random torpedoes as well. We actually look like quite good here in the Gulf of Aden. We could actually control that. That's a very important Gulf. So actually our garrison units in Peking are doing a great job here. Almost like Japanese police units. Unfortunately, the units cut off here at Nanning are in serious trouble. And this is what I was worried about with that enemy opening up this area. They could potentially trap us. We really have to be quite aggressive here, guys, if we want to take this area back. Some people don't realize just how beefy the Chinese are. I sort of fell for the same sort of flaw, thinking that the Chinese were going to be kind of a pushover. I quickly realized playing Strategic Command that they're not a pushover at all. The one thing that they lack, of course, is like modern, vehicles, things like that, modern air support. But they do have a tremendous amount of infantry units, just a bunch of infantry units, probably due to the high population. Keep in mind, though, at this time in China, there was the Chinese Republic, and there was also the Chinese People's Republic under Mao. They only control a very, very tiny portion there. Oh, sneaky Canadians. Sorry about that. That's really not cool, man. Just like hitting us and getting away as quickly as they could. Very, very sneaky. Although we are right off the coast of Newfoundland so much that we can actually smell the trailer park boys all the way from here. It's pretty bad. British celebrate the capture of the Altmark in Norwegian waters. Ugh. Alright, so we have managed to disrupt some of those convoys. That's always good. It also looks like the weather is clearing up here, and hopefully that's going to make attacks just a little bit easier for us. Let's also see if we get those garrison units this turn, or if we have to wait another turn before those garrison units become our own. Avoiding war with the USSR. Okay, so once again, we want to put the... we've got to go ahead, drop the garrisons there. I want to get our Japanese garrison set first. Oh, don't tell me we can't place this here. Oh, no. Okay, that's not what I expected at all. It's going to be a little more complex. So we might need to temporarily move those infantry units back. We're going to have to send these garrisons out. As for our German garrisons, I just kind of want to keep these on the eastern cities, sort of on the eastern edge of the Soviet Union, just in case Stalin decides to get a little squirrely with us. Let's actually drop one right there in Warsaw, in Poland. And also we'll put one right there in Brest-Litovsk. And one right here, right there, on the Baltic states. Also got another mechanized unit here for the Japanese. For Garibaldi's HQ, I'm going to put him right here in... Actually, I'll put him over here in case we decide to go to war with Yugoslavia. Well, I think that they're probably going to be natural allies. I'm hoping that that's the case for their own sake. If not, then they've got quite a lot of fighting to do. Let's just put it that way. Alright, garrison as well. Yeah, we'll start sending these guys out. It's just really a shame that we have to go to this length. So, transport. Wait a minute, what am I doing wrong here? What you doing wrong, Grippa? I guess we'll just be using a transport ship. Let's see if we have any ports. So we actually do have ports in Korea. And potentially over here. Nice. Okay, so we will start sending these garrison units over, but again, having these areas undefended, I sadly don't think we can do that and not piss off the Soviets. Well, it's not even piss off the Soviets, it's really just give them a reason to attack us. So we've got to get those garrison units up here as quickly as possible, start sending some more of them back. And we've actually got a Chinese unit cut off here. We should do everything we can to greatly damage this unit. I'm also going to move our general up so our men get the support of their general. The undying support. And let's get some work done. There we go, baby. We're still cut off here. And actually, I'm going to try to cut the enemy off. Forget trying to fight through every single one of these units. Let's actually try to cut these guys off, play their own game. We'll essentially engage their weakest units, try and break through their lines, and fight the war this way. Thought we were going to be able to bomb that area. Unfortunately not. Let's go for this one right here. And we've actually got some Chinese interceptors. Again, these could be the American volunteers that actually went to China to assist them against the Japanese, or potentially Chinese pilots as well, or a mixture of both. Who knows? Some more bombers here. There's no way we're saving that unit north of Nanning, so I'm not even really focused on him. He's a lost cause. You can see over here we would take tremendous damage to our planes. I really wish those Special Forces units could attack this turn, folks, but I think we're going to have to wait a bit before they can work their magic. In the meantime, I think it's time to go ahead and make it official and, of course, declare war on Denmark. I really hate to do this, just because it's opening us up to a bunch of different possibilities, of course. So let's go to diplomacy. Where is Denmark? And, of course, we will declare war. Yes! There we go, guys. Let's hope this is a glorious success. Of course, if we are stopped at Denmark, it's pretty upsetting, pretty embarrassing, I think is the right word here. And so we've already taken most of the cities here, but of course the capital of Copenhagen is going to be, I think, a challenge. I think that'll be the toughest challenge, and I probably should start making some amphibious troops just for that to occur, because I doubt they're going to let us over this bridge without a serious fight. See if the Romanians are any closer to joining us here. So still at 60% pretty much. So Latvia, yeah, we could go ahead and declare war on Latvia, start taking the Baltic states or Lithuania, but I'm not so sure that's a good idea. Now the scary thing here is they are actually drifting towards the Soviets. So maybe we should consider declaring war on these guys. And I want every single person watching this that wants to be a part of this particular Let's Play to let me know what you want me to do. Again, this is going to be totally off-scripted. We are not, we're not doing necessarily the most strategically appealing thing. We're going to really go out there to try and make this the most alternative history scenario we can. Of course, without just losing outright. We still want to try to do fairly well, but I definitely don't expect a victory, especially considering the fact that we've taken Poland and not given a single slice of it to the Soviets. So likely it'll be Stalin attacking us first, not us attacking him first. But tell me what you guys think. I had to attack out here of Wuhan. Again, we've got to be a little aggressive. And we can probably bring... You know what? I'm actually going to drop this unit off here. We can use this infantry now to shore up this offensive line. So I think I'm actually going to drop him here. We're not going to be able to save that unit, and we'll worry about this area a little bit later. Yeah, it's not going to be a good attack for us either way. Sometimes you have to take a risk, but I don't think this is one of those times. All right, folks. Well, we're going to go ahead and stop here for episode 2. If you guys are enjoying these episodes, make sure to let me know in the comments down below. I do want to thank you guys so much for watching, as always. I've been very, very sick the last few days, so that's kind of why I haven't been able to upload on a consistent basis. I hope you guys do understand, and I'm going to try and get back into a fairly regular schedule as we move forward here. I'm also going to try and get this submarine away from that ship, and hopefully he can keep on sort of harassing the enemy ships here, and potentially we can even go ahead and look for that Canadian ship here. I mean, look at this. We are right off the coast of St. John's. Of course, if we do actually sink here, the problem is going to be that we will die immediately just because of how cold the water is. Labrador Sea is right there to the north of us. This is freezing cold water. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one, and thank you again for watching. Let's hope that taking Denmark's not going to be a challenge, and maybe we should go ahead and just declare war on every single one here. Sweden, Denmark, Norway. Should take them all out. Norway's right there. Sweden's right there. But I'm thinking maybe we can get Sweden on our side. What do you guys think? Take care, my friends.